Do the seat stuff on it.
Get in.
Have that, Shrewsbury. Hey, not just a win.
Oh God.
A correct prediction from me. We did say sort of throughout it really that this was going to be tight, and I knew it was going to be tight, and I thought it was going to be one goal either way that was going to swing it, and as it turned out, it was one goal that won it. Bit of a fortuitous goal, shall we say? Bit of a deflection shot, deflected.
Who cares?
I'm not saying I care. I am just saying.
Tom O'Connor, you are a beaut, and George Evans's assist.
It wasn't George
Evans. It was
Evans.
George Evans.
Whoever it was.
Who cares,
It
actually?
doesn't
Yeah, who
matter.
cares?
It doesn't matter at all. But we're through. We're into the fourth round. I feel quite shaky. It was quite nerve-wracking at the end. They had two absolutely glorious chances right at the end of that game. They both fell to the same player, I think, Taylor Perry.
Yeah.
So he had the first one. It was about sort of 6 yards. A little bit 8 yards out. He put it past the post. Ball goes up.
Sorry, I'm just looking at the TV behind you. I can see everyone just smiling. It's brilliant.
Ball goes up.
Yeah.
Okonkwo, you sort of felt like was just going to come and catch it. He didn't. He left it. Ball come back across. To be honest, it was a glaring miss. It should have been 1-1. That should. And then I was thinking, right, that's their one chance that they're going to get right at the end.
Yeah.
As it turned out, they got another one. It's Taylor Perry again, right at sort of the death. Ball comes to the edge of the box, hits it just past the post. But we scraped it in the end. Absolutely scraped it. I don't know what everyone will have to let us know. But we're in Wales, so we were watching the S4C sort of stream of the game. Mm-hmm. The commentators that we had, because it's at the S4C channel, it wasn't the official man of the match, the Emirates official man of the match, and they gave it to Elliot Lee, which we were a little bit confused about because we didn't think Elliot was massively in the game. I thought he was a little bit off it.
He made a few mistakes.
Yeah, but he did control parts of the game. I don't begrudge him getting man of the match, but I just felt it was George Evans today.
Yeah, and to be honest, I thought because the commentators, obviously, the TV channel that we were watching, they were very much like, George Evans is, playing really well. He's dominating the whole pitch.
Yeah.
So I was shocked.
Yeah, I was quite surprised that Elliot Lee gave it. Todd Cross has just got in touch. He said, bless Shrewsbury for not being able to finish. I think somebody else sort of made a comment as well on a group that I'm in. And they sort of said you can see why maybe Shrewsbury are struggling a little bit in League One. The chances they had, I dare say, the chances they had, we could have felt happy to have come out of there with a replay, with a draw.
I'm glad there's no replay.
Yeah, and I think we could have gone, held our hands up and gone, look, they've had some decent chances.
Yeah,
we've got out with a replay, but to get out with a win is huge. But I do sort of agree with the comment that I think if their finishing was a little bit better, I think we might have only got out of there with a draw. Potentially even worse for us, to be perfectly honest.
Do you think for Shrewsbury, with Bowman going off, do you think that had a bit of a detrimental effect on the team?
Not really. I think he drifted out of the game a little bit. He was very much, full on in the game early on.
Yeah.
He drifted out of it. I wasn't surprised that they took him off, to be honest. And he was on a yellow card as well. So, I'm not too surprised they took him off. I thought the subs that Shrewsbury brought on definitely breathed sort of new life into them. They looked...
Did for us as well.
Yeah, it did. I thought Dalby, as we said, Dalby was definitely, for me, man of the match. Dalby, George Evans was definitely man of the match. Dalby coming on, I think, held the ball up really well. Breathed new life into the second half for us. I thought he was really good.
Your dad's just commented saying, gorgeous George, man of the match for me.
Yeah.
100%.
And Jason Ivester wouldn't have wagered on Tom Selleck O'Connor being the lone scorer.
Yes, I love it, Jason.
Yeah, again, another player who loves the FA Cup, though. 100%.
Do you think it's obviously the likes of like Max Cleworth and, all the players that don't necessarily get as much game time as Paul Mullen,
Yeah.
You know, all those sort
Yeah.
of guys on the team. Do you think the reason why they kind of
Up their game.
no, not up their game, but why they kind of not flourish even, I can't think of the word.
Wow, this is fun for a live stream, isn't
no,
it? Sian trying to pick words out of a mangled brain.
No, I mean they love the FA Cup games and all the kind of side games to the league because they don't get as much time.
Yeah, but I wouldn't look at that starting 11 that we had today and go, there was players in there who don't necessarily get a lot of game time. We do share the game time around quite well. I think if we'd have had players maybe like sort of Jordan Tunnicliffe, Will Boyle playing, Mark Howard playing, then your point might be valid, but that was pretty much our starting 11.
So my point's not valid.
No, not at all. I wouldn't say so.
Ben Parker's put few. Thank goodness Shrewsbury are allergic to scoring goals. Any other team that could have been a different result. Our lads definitely the better team in the second half, though. Yeah, I agree with that.
Yeah, I would to a degree. Shrewsbury definitely had their moments where they hit the bar. They had a few chances towards the end. I just think it's football's such a strange game sometimes because it takes going a goal down to actually spur a team on and to get them back in the game. Wrexham very much used to be like that. They have been like that over the years where, they had to go 1-0 down before they even started a game.
Yeah.
And I'm glad that we're not really like that. We do have games like that sometimes, but I think that was definitely it for Shrewsbury today. They needed something to give them that kick to get going again.
I think when... I can't remember which player it was, but he had a chat. I think it might have been, was it Perry Taylor who...
Taylor Perry.
Perry Taylor.
Other way around.
When they kind of panned the camera over to the Shrewsbury coach, he was just crouched down with his hands in his head. He was like, I think he could himself see that it was a kind of, it was over for them.
You're getting old as well, because Matty Taylor was, I don't think he's that different in age to me. I remember him playing, and you're getting old.
Oh, he's well old then.
Yeah. So who would everyone like in the next round? Because for me, like we mentioned at half time, I think Spurs is a big one. You got to be looking at the cities. Liverpool, Everton. I've been there, but I wouldn't mind going there. Another big championship team. That's not the worst thing in the world, but I think we had that chance we got to the fourth round. We had a massive result against Coventry last year, and we just wanted that Premier League team. And we ended up with another championship team. And I think this year, we've earned the right to actually, go to a Premier League team and sort of test ourselves out a little bit. So I would love that. Chris, you just asked for man of the match. We sort of already discussed that, but George Evans for us, 100%.
He's saying that no one truly stood out for him. And I get that because, there wasn't any... Yeah, I mean, George Evans, he was probably the only one that did stand out for me, to be honest. I mean, Tom O'Connor's goal, I mean, you can't knock him,
I think the whole defence were pretty solid, apart from the time when they hit the bar. I thought that guy sort of waltzed through as a little bit Anthony Ford mistake, and then he went a lot further than he should have. But definitely George Evans for us.
So again, your dad's commented saying, any Premier side for me out of Man City, United, Liverpool or Everton, but drawn at home. Sarah M has said Liverpool. Mark Steinland said Liverpool. Todd Cross, home versus Liverpool. Yeah, I mean, to be honest, it would be good to be at home, but I think if we're going to draw a big team, I think I'd like it to be away. Purely for the fact that you're going to get, obviously we get large crowds at the racecourse, but I think away games are just that little bit more.
Yeah, I think for the FA Cup, for me, I think it's got to be an away day. I really want an away day. And what better, if you're going to turn over a Premier League team, what better to do it in their own backyard and do it,
just like we did at Coventry.
Yeah, exactly. And I think if we'd have played, I know Coventry aren't a Premier League team,
no, they're not.
But just imagine if we'd have played Coventry at home and we'd have beat them, it wouldn't have felt the same as beating them at their own ground. I think that was special for me, and I'd love an away day.
Two Beards. That was a proper game, that.
Yeah,
You
it
sound-
was.
That was a proper game, that.
Yeah, sound like you're from Wrexham there. But yeah, no, 100%. A proper derby, I would
Oh,
say.
yeah. I'm
Not
gutted we weren't there.
Yeah,
I'm so gutted.
not so much a proper derby, I would say, as maybe the Newcastle Sunderland yesterday. That was intense and that was proper full on. But you could definitely feel like that derby feel to it.
So we're talking about Liverpool, but Mark Steinling's correctly said, as we all assume, Liverpool will defeat Arsenal coming up shortly. So obviously that game's coming up today.
Yeah.
Is it today?
I can't remember.
Well, whatever happens, they've still got to play Arsenal, so they may be out of it by the time they play. So we might that might not be a choice. But we are ball number 2. We get drawn tomorrow. Not sure of the time. I know it's on ITV. So hopefully we get a big giant.
Yeah, Northern Border said we don't have a top half League One side at the moment. I think that's probably a fair point. We've just come up against a mid to lower level League One team, and we've beat them, but it's very much a little bit hit and miss at the time, for long periods of that game. So you're probably right. I probably agree with that. Two Beards, when I get when I get stoned, I turn Welsh, she says. Ron Some Fun said hello.
Hiya.
Hello, Ron. And Chris has said it's next. The Liverpool-Arsenal game is next. Thanks.
Oh.
Thanks for that, Chris. No, but thank you very much to everyone for tuning in.
Yes.
I think the plan is for us, just to let you know, we've sort of let it slip to a few people already, but the plan is that we are going to try, we're going to run a few tests to maybe do some lives from the racecourse during half times of games.
Yeah.
We're going to test that out in our next game, see how that works. And if it works well, we'll have lots more of these, lots more.
Oh, sorry, quick one before we go. Ben Parker's put big props to the travelling fans as well. Came through super loud, even though that frustrated Shrewsbury fan in front of our commentary team. Now to try get some sleep. It's 3 a.m. Oh, bless you.
Yeah, go for that, Ben. Definitely get to bed. We're going to sign off as well. We're going to record our podcast now, which is coming out at 6 p.m. UK time tomorrow. Hopefully very soon you'll see us doing lots more of these. So thanks for tuning in, guys, and we'll see you again soon.
Bye.